Welcome back to the Love and Luck podcast show.
Pretty much.
You know what, man? Well, while we at this, man, you know what I'm saying? I like to say my Cowboys went out, man. It was very disappointing. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know what I'm saying? We probably gonna do some reconstruction over there and all that. Shout out to the Fruity Niners. They was always talking bad to me, so I gotta, that's why the disrespect comes in so tough, because they always on my page like every day.
Right. Yeah, I don't even watch football, but I know where they
Every
need.
day.
The Cowboys need to start at the top with Jerry Jones motherfucking ass when it comes to reconstruction.
They ain't gonna be able to do nothing with Jerry Jones.
I wish you did.
If he's the owner, what you gonna do with the owner?
I don't know what he 82, 83, shit.
I mean, till he check out, then you know what I'm saying? Anyway, on other news, your boy Blueface that got locked up. The boy been locked up for a little minute. He was funking with the boy Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy was talking real regular, talking about his girl and talking about how much more money he got. And this all started over something real petty about who make better music and who got more music. Of course, Soulja Boy been around way, way longer than Blueface. And Blueface ain't been around but, what, maybe a few years, maybe?
Right.
What the fuck is this?
But you know, he did a lot for the little few years that he's been here. You know what I'm saying? He got the little girl, Christian Rock, even though that is a tumultuous relationship. He got the other little female that he got with him, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
as of right now, the boy locked up. And Soulja be talking real disrespectful, man. I don't really like it. I ain't with it. You can't really down no playboys when they locked up. You know what I'm saying? And plus, y'all was talking about getting into catching a head up fade and all that stuff. Me personally, I don't know neither one of those dudes, but just on the outside looking in, Soulja Boy, you ain't really from that lifestyle, brother. You know what I'm saying? You were like a newcomer to the West Coast, period. You know what I'm saying? And you might have been out here on the West, probably about 10 years, maybe 10, maybe. I don't know how long you've been here, but everybody know that you're not from that soil. So I don't understand what's all this gangster stuff is all about. They millionaires, man. Millionaires.
Yeah.
What do you think about these millionaires all of a sudden want to be gang members? I just don't understand it.
Yeah, well, for the most part, I think we live in the era of attention.
I don't get it.
You know, so being that, all these young cats, they want to, get all this attention, and, as far as social media is concerned. But to me, that's a very, it's working for them, in some kind of way, because, and then on top of that, everybody is about this. They want to get it on the camera and talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, like I said, when we was growing up, back in the days, I know a lot of times, when a nigga said he was done talking, he was done talking. Like if I had a problem with a nigga, I'd be like, man, you know what, man, I'm done talking, man. You know what I mean? And once I said that, it is what it is. Man, we ain't talking no more.
You can't argue with no fool, man, because you only look like a fool or like a fool to the people that's standing on the outside. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I don't do no arguing with people, man.
Oh man, and then, man, for sure. So this whole thing that's going on with a lot of these cats nowadays, man, it's just a facade. It's a facade. They trying to be seen, and everybody's trying to be tough for the camera. Because ultimately, we know back in the days when, cats was truly gangbanging, it was like once the nigga started talking, he went to the trunk and that was that. Or he pulled out and that was that.
That was that.
Now all this, we going back in this, or a nigga did his homework on you and figured out where you was at, where you lived at, where your baby mama was, where your mama lived at. And then once he found out that, shoot, if he really had a problem with you, that's beef to me. You know what I mean? Beef is when you can't walk outside your motherfucking door without, right. Without looking side to side, and you worried about, you worried about walking to your car. That's beef.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I just remember this dude being like a little boy talking about you.
Right.
You.
Right,
all
for
that
sure.
old shit. How the hell that jump from? He had the big T-shirts on. And
Right.
how did you go from being that boy to being a fake gang member at that?
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You around there claiming some stuff that you're not even, man, you guys not even familiar with nothing. I always tell the dudes, if you a real from the soil cat, who originated your set?
Right.
Well, was you at any hood days?
Right.
Did you go to elementary school with any of these people? Did you go to junior high school with any of these people? Did you go to high school with any of these people? Do you know any of the OGs, mamas, and aunties, and uncles, and cousins, and brothers? A lot of them dudes can't answer none of them questions.
Yeah. Well, nah, Soulja Boy is from where? He from Atlanta or somewhere?
I don't know where that nigga from. Last thing I heard, he was from Atlanta,
Yeah.
but I heard he was from somewhere else prior to Atlanta.
Right. So my thing is when it comes to Soulja Boy, man, and his music, I ain't never fuck with it. It ain't never been my cup of tea because, that ain't never been my type of music. But one thing I can say, man, you can't never take away from somebody when they have elevated in whichever way they elevated. So the thing is, when it came to him and how he was able to become the businessman that he became, I can always respect that. Because how many Soulja Boys, how many young cats came up out of a situation and then built himself up. He built himself up on the internet, didn't he?
They say Soulja Boy originally from Chicago.
Oh, shit.
He was born in Chicago
Well, shit,
and moved to Atlanta at 6.
Okay, well, shoot, there it is there. So he from Atlanta.
So he moved to Atlanta at 6 years old, so
Right.
he more of an Atlanta cat.
Right. He got that mindset.
Than anything else.
For sure. But, being as far as him
We
being
can look you up, man.
for sure, it's real easy nowadays. But as far as him being a hood cat, man, I would always give him stripes for, what he did and what he accomplished as seeing, the internet for what it was.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, and him capitalizing off of that. Oh man, the young boy was a genius, man.
cool
And
with
then
getting
he's been able to sustain even past that. So being that, it's like, man, but come on, man, with all this gangster shit, for what, man? I don't get it.
Knowing you ain't really built like that, man, you know damn well if that boy say, eliminate all your homeboys.
Right.
Take your homeboys off the equation, and you get all the people that you got into it with, you don't want no function with not that. Even though Chris Brown ain't no real blood either, you know what I'm saying? He more
He
that
from
nigga
Virginia or
from
somewhere,
Virginia, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? All you do is go to California, represent California gangs. I'll be dying laughing. I got some cats out here in Vegas, man. I got a little homeboy. He claimed he from LA, and I'm like, dude, I know you since you was a baby. You ain't, and then I know all them cats over there he be talking about. I go ask them, is he from over here? They be like, nah, he ain't from here, but we put him on for the hell, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They be just putting dudes on just cause they want to exercise.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't for the love. It's just
sure.
they just want to put tips on somebody.
Man.
Oh, you a superstar? Okay, yeah, we got somebody that can, you know what I'm saying, extort.
Right, for sure. And I know, growing up back in the day, man, when cats from my neighborhood put niggas on, especially if niggas was from like from a rival city or somewhere like that, man, I done seen niggas put niggas in hospitals. You know what I mean? Bust them upside the head with bottles, all kind of shit.
Man.
You know what I mean? Like
Doing it for the fun.
whooped on a nigga like, and I ain't never, my thing is I've never been the type of nigga that just wanted to take out my aggression on a nigga like that, you know what I mean, just because, or just whoop out a nigga like that. But, you know what I mean, like, for instance, I'm from San Bernardino and we used to have a lot of problems with niggas from LA. If a nigga came from LA and he wanted to get down with a San Bernardino gang, man, I done seen niggas whoop niggas out so cold.
About cold.
I'm talking about cold. I mean, to where niggas was in the hospital and then niggas get out and was, you know what I mean, and now they one of the new homies. You know what I mean?
Right, that type of shit.
I'm like, the way I seen them niggas whoop on you, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. We got from Donald.
Yeah,
It's a lot of LA dudes from Donald.
for sure.
But they been there from day one, boy.
Right. Yeah. Well, we all know, man. You know,
there's a lot of them from the set though.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'll give LA Cats the credit, man. They started this shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They started this shit and they started going to everywhere.
They come
you know
from
what I mean?
everywhere. They say, fuck it, I'm gonna fit in over here.
For sure. And either they came and they moved from LA, and when they moved from or their parents moved them from LA, but then, you know what I mean, they was back in the hood. So
now, I also seen some cats get put on and never came back.
Right. For sure.
So I'm like, so you got put on for nothing?
Right.
So you just basically went, got your ass whooped, and never came back.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I seen some get put on, and they didn't call a murder beef. Like, I know this one dude, he got put on, and he caught a murder beef like in probably like a month.
Right.
And got thrown right in the penitentiary.
Yeah, for sure.
Threw his whole life away.
That's crazy. See, when it comes down to the nigga like Soulja Boy and all these niggas, what was the other nigga? Blueface, Orlando Brown. You know what I mean? Certain cats, it's like
Orlando Brown. Oh, that's the
one dude. Yeah, the one cat. You know what I mean? He was saying, he was on some little show and he was talking about him and some nigga got into an argument. He was saying blood. Actually,
I seen him. He was saying he don't know what he want to be.
Yeah, but,
one of them episodes, he called the dude cuz.
Yeah, but but actually, man,
he was tripping. I remember that.
Yeah, but to it's just, I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't understand what the fuck is going on right now. You know what I mean, or what's going on. You know, as far as niggas wanting to be gang members. I don't get it. What's wrong with being yourself? You know what I mean? You know, and
well, in this day and time, I understand. Yeah, this day and time, you should be able to be yourself now because it ain't like it was back in the day. This day now, you got the cops. You got the cops to help you now.
Yeah. And ain't nobody got
police, all that, because all y'all gonna tell anyway.
Yeah. And then niggas is banging on the internet. Niggas ain't even. No, you go to any neighborhood, most neighborhoods now, niggas ain't even outside.
I ain't outside
you know what I mean?
at all.
So how is niggas bang? I'm confused. You know what I mean?
I mean, I hear cats still getting shot and shit.
Yeah, but shoot, you know what I mean?
You gotta go really throw a search party for them.
Yeah, for sure. But my thing is like, man, you know, all these rappers and singers and, you know, the Soulja Boy and, you know, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just an old nigga, man. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm lost.
Yeah, you know, well, a lot of them, I'm not even familiar with a lot of them. The only reason I'm familiar with Soulja Boy because he had that that little dance and stuff, and you know, my kids was liking that stuff,
right?
And because I never been into that kind of music, I never like you are. You know, we listen to that gangster shit or some hustler music.
For
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? That's the type of music I listen to.
Right.
And like Blueface, I don't listen to none of his shit. He had that one song that
Tatiana shit. And that's all I know him for. I don't know him for nothing else.
I know him more for his TV show, his reality show with the young lady, Christian Rock. You know what I'm saying? I know him more for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the relationship that they got is real toxic. He got a real toxic relationship with that young lady, but that's like the average relationship that goes on nowadays when I look at, you know, people that's in these young relationships, because I see all that fighting and girls tattooing dudes' names, and then she go tattoo another dude. Now, I know a chick, they got about 5 dudes' name tattooed on them. I'm like, whoa.
That's crazy.
But I guess that's the new way, man. I'm old school, man. I still live by the old school rules and everything, and I don't even think I'm gonna never change that.
Right.
I think I'm gonna stick to them, man.
Yeah, you know, but I do remember also as well, you know, when it came to the nigga Soulja Boy, remember when he went to the hood and he was, you know, he was throwing up the hood. You know what I mean? He was, where he say he was from?
Fruit Town.
So he went over there in Fruit Town, you know what I mean? And when he tried to hug one of the little niggas and the nigga pushed him, he was like, I'm from Fruit Town.
Get your ass up off me,
nigga
man.
pushed him up off of him and shit. You know, and it's like, man, I know these little niggas, man, you know.
That was real funny.
These niggas ain't playing, man. A lot of these little young niggas, man, that's all they know. That's all they know.
Yeah, because they really from there.
Yeah, and correct. So these niggas, man, it's like, it's really an insult. You know what I mean? These niggas is like, they losing family members. They losing friends. They losing motherfuckers. And this nigga over here in a motherfucking mansion talking about, you know what I mean, he's a gangbanger. Nigga, get your ass out of here, nigga. These niggas walk outside every day, you know what I mean, you know, you know what I mean, I know it ain't like it was when we was, but I know these niggas is still out here funking.
Yeah.
So the thing is these niggas gotta walk out here into these type of conditions every day. You and you just want to be involved in the shit just to say that, you know, you hard. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. These niggas is living. I remember living that shit every day, man. You know what I mean? And it wasn't no let up. Every day I walked outside, you know what I mean? It was some kind of threat that I had to deal with on a day-to-day basis just living in the hood.
Well, I noticed the game when it's like far as this industry stuff, when the industry started getting involved with it, and it threw me off when they had the poster boy. The poster boy for the Bloods was Lil Wayne. They had him on, what magazine was that? Damn, I forgot what magazine. He was on the front of the magazine throwing the Blood sign up with a red rag in his pocket. And they was like, I was like, Lil Wayne, the poster boy for the
Yeah, it's crazy.
All the Bloods should have took real offense to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had Lil Wayne, you had your boy Jim Jones. I'm like, Jim Jones, them, I remember when Jim Jones them first was rocking, that's when you used to play him on. They had some rock and roll shit on.
Right.
They was wearing them rock and roll jeans.
For sure.
Big bracelet belt with them belts with the big buckles on. Oh, skull. They was wearing skull. They was wearing skull caps and
For sure.
all this old stuff. And then all of a sudden they go back to New York wearing khakis.
Yeah. Hey.
So I was like, they had all the wrong poster boards and all this. The game is so messed up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all done made money. Y'all rich. Y'all supposed to really distance yourself from the neighborhoods that you're not even from. You going to putting yourself in danger for a place that you ain't even from there. That's what's crazy.
For sure. And then not just that, you know, you got Soulja Boy, what the nigga in his 30s now?
Blueface really, I think he from Cali. I think he was raised there, so he a real representative from where he from, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I don't know too much.
Schoolyard. He supposed to be from Schoolyard Crips or something.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him either, you know what I mean, as far as...
he a real Cali cat.
Yeah, I know he from Cali. I just don't know, you know, I mean, we really don't know, you know, what kind of work a nigga done put in, you know, if he really grew up from the area. You know what I mean? It's just so much facade shit going on nowadays. You don't know, you can't recognize the real from the fake.
Now, what I can say is on his TV show, he did slide through his neighborhood. He did.
Right.
He slid through it. I'm talking about he was kicking it everything, you know what I'm saying, hanging out with his homeboys and all that old type of shit. You don't see Soulja Boy doing that.
Right.
You don't see Lil Wayne or Chris Brown and all these cats over in the projects unless they shoot a video or something and they got the okay from the block over there or something, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how much money they giving these dudes, but shit, let me tell you something. If there's a cat want to be in the game that's a rapper, y'all want to come join the dollar streets and all that shit, yeah, come run me some money. Fuck it.
Yeah. Now, this is what I would say, man.
Fuck it, shit.
When it boiled down to all that shit, you know, I know certain cats, man, like, there's certain cats in the industry that you can't fuck with, that niggas that was real hood. You know what I mean? They say, for one, I just seen an interview about the nigga, what's his name, 50 Cent boy, Tony Yayo.
Oh, Tony
And Tony
Yayo?
Yayo was saying that they was into it with Terror Squad. And he was like, man, I'm glad the beef is over with Terror Squad. He said, because them niggas, man, every time we ran into them niggas, it was some funk. You feel me? You know, I know Suge, you couldn't fuck with him. As soon as, you know what I mean, it was some funk, it was some funk. You know what I mean? You know, certain cats, man, but a lot of cats, man, I just see them just running their mouths. You know what I mean? Beef is when you're worried about your life.
Yeah,
Beef ain't going back and forth and me arguing with you and going tit for tat on the internet. You know what I mean? The boy Jay Prince, you know, them type of cats, man, I know, you know, and I know there's some young cats out there that still, you know, they with the business too. But I'm talking about from an OG's perspective, these are the cats that I know that, you know, you can't just keep running your mouth, you know, because real OGs and real niggas with that gangster shit, man, they ain't gonna keep talking. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna keep going back on the internet and talking back and forth and and we gonna box and somebody gonna set up a boxing match and all that. Nah.
Yeah, that's that funny here when they said the Chris Brown. Who was that? Chris Brown and Soulja Boy was supposed to set up a boxing match.
Man, come on, man. You know, all this thing is a joke.
They had me
It's
involved
funny,
with it.
man.
I was like, man, I'm gonna put my money on Chris Brown.
Yeah, it's funny, but it ain't funny.
These jokers will never get out.
Yeah, because motherfuckers is truly out here losing their lives, man.
If y'all gonna do it, if y'all really, I mean, far as the gangs and shit go, but if y'all really, far as y'all entertainers, if y'all really have function like that, I don't mind them having a little boxing match.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Instead
But
of
the boxing match never even happened.
yeah, that's
know
how
what I
you
mean?
know. That's how you know it was fake. That's how you know it was fake. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of them didn't have no harm.
Yeah, man, y'all really ain't that mad. You know, y'all just trying to make other people mad.
Right.
That's what's happening.
But if it's real, then yeah, y'all gonna throw the gloves on. That like Blueface told Soulja Boy, yeah, man, we can go and get him up one-on-one.
For sure.
And I would have put my money on Blue. You know, make it interesting. I would put my money on Blueface.
Yeah.
You know, Blueface, he sparred with Floyd.
Right.
He was. I was surprised. He lasted there. I think Floyd was playing with him, but
Right. Oh, yeah. You already know
what I'm
that.
saying? But,
Floyd is way too
But at
skilled.
least he had the heart to get in there
For sure.
and spar with the champ.
Right. And that's saying something.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, but
Shit.
Floyd, you know, he gonna take it. You know what I mean? Floyd is a hell of a nigga, man. He been doing that shit since he was a pup. Since he was like 5 or 6, you know what I mean?
Right.
So being that, you know, and that's what he did every day. So being that, you know, anybody trying to get in there with Floyd, you know what I mean? Floyd on some real shit when it comes to the boxing, man. But, you know, when it comes to like these cats and they perpetrating a fraud as far as gangbanging, man, and then like Soulja Boy, man, be the cat that came up with the goofy ass songs, man, and made millions.
Yeah, keep getting
You
that
know what I
money,
mean?
man. Keep
'Cause you-
getting that money.
Yeah, because you was a hell of a guy. Regardless of what, man, I couldn't knock your hustle.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Your hustle.
I couldn't knock your hustle, especially by you being a young cat, man.
All you fake niggas making a lot of money. I don't understand why what's the Chris Brown rich?
Man.
Soulja Boy, I ain't gonna say he filthy rich. Chris got money for real.
And Chris Brown is probably, you know what I mean, the
Lil
nigga.
Wayne them,
He
rich.
probably right there with Michael Jackson as far as being in entertainment.
All them
You know what I mean?
dudes
Just be
rich,
that.
Rich.
Yeah, just be
Get
that.
money.
Man, why you gotta be hard? For what?
Man, get that bread, enjoy it.
Man.
So imagine if you, okay, let's do this. If your bank account dropped to 0, do you really gotta go to the hood? Do you think you gonna make it?
Right. Because for one, you used to live in a pampered life.
You definitely wouldn't have made it. You definitely
You've
wouldn't
been
have made
pampered
it.
since you was a little boy. Since
You
you was
wouldn't
a
have
little
made
boy.
it in my era, that's for sure.
Man. Yeah, so that's the thing, man. That's why it's so funny. Because we
Right.
understand our era. We understand coming outside, man, and having a gun on our hip, and then having, you know what I mean, guns in the bushes, a chopper in the bushes, and looking at every car that came by like this.
Man, you wouldn't have made it.
You know what I
in my
mean?
era.
Every car that came by like this, and then niggas come by and shoot. You didn't know what was gonna happen, man.
I wish you could take who you are right now and bring you back into the 90s, the late 80s and 90s,
Yeah.
and you be still on that same energy that y'all on.
For sure. But
I promise you would not have made it.
But a lot of niggas that wasn't, you know, they wasn't certified back then, man. They was getting passes too.
Yeah,
You
but
feel me?
still.
And I still see a lot of older niggas
Still
trying
get them
to
getting ran off though.
Yeah.
They get ran off.
shoot. I see a lot of hood niggas nowadays, man. Like when the beef really go down.
Oh yeah, I done
man,
seen
them
that.
niggas don't. Them niggas ain't. They just. I don't know what they doing.
I seen the dude get maxed out and he ain't had no energy for him.
Yeah, I think
From a dude that ain't even from these parts. So it's like, I don't know.
The problem is, I think for so long, man, niggas has just wanted to be involved. You know what I mean? Or wanted to be part of something. You know? And that's my thing. It's like, you know, why do you feel like you gotta be part of something? You know, or you wanna be a Crip, we wanna be a Crip or a Blood, and you know what I mean? But when the funk really jump off, you ain't really about that. You really ain't you really ain't about that life.
The game is over.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's just, I see niggas now and I'll be like, man, these niggas still running around here doing the same shit, Crippin' and Blood and gang banging and, you know what I mean? And They ain't doing shit else.
Game is over.
What Love said, for sure.
Game is
you
over.
know, so it's all just weird to me, man.
We spoke on this before.
Yeah.
I just happened to see it. I'm going through my social media, of course, you know what I'm saying? I always, seasoning myself like I do daily, you know what I'm saying? And when I seen that, I was like, man, why this dude celebrating this boy being locked up? Who the hell wants to see another motherfucker locked up in jail?
That's crazy.
I don't even wish my enemies to be in jail.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? That's like being a dog.
Right.
I don't even call it prison. I call it a dog cage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you in. You in a fucking dog cage.
Yeah. You
know? And ain't nothing cool about being in no dog cage, especially for a long period of time. And I got some cats that been in dog cages for like 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, for sure.
I got somebody that been in there 30 years. He just now about to come home.
Man.
He waiting on this day to come home right now. He been down for 30-something years. My little cousin did 28 years. You know what I'm saying? That's some football numbers, boy.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to be in no dog cage. Can you imagine living in a dog cage for 30 years? That's damn near half of your life. Wait, that's your whole life, Soulja Boy and Blueface, 'cause them ain't nothing but some babies.
Yeah.
You know
like
what I'm
I
saying?
said, man, and then the nigga Soulja Boy, I think he in his 30s now. He been around long enough, ain't he?
He should be, because I know the boy Blueface, I think he just turned like 20, 28, 20. He still in his 20s. Soulja ain't that old either. He probably about, we got Google. You know what I'm saying? Them boys is young. These some young boys, man.
Yeah, well, shit, I was looking at who was saying that. The one nigga, Charleston White, he said, man, black culture, man, he said it ain't no culture. He said, black culture is fucked up, man.
He 33.
Who?
Soulja Boy 33. He's still a young boy.
He 33.
He the same age as my daughter.
Yeah,
my
but
daughter's 33.
Yeah, but shit, nigga at 33, shit, nigga has some, and you done been in the industry this long.
Yeah, so he been in the game since a baby.
Yeah, nigga, have some sense about yourself.
Damn.
But like I said, attention is the new. They say attention is the new currency.
Man, that's crazy, boy. You 33 years old. You just don't know how made you got it.
How lucky you is.
You know what? Y'all need to come fuck with somebody like me, man.
Right.
I'm gonna get you. Y'all ain't gonna be involved with none of that shit there.
Right.
We gonna be strictly on business, and you need some. What's happening is y'all better get a regular circle. I don't know. I know Whack 100 is Blueface signed to Whack 100, so Whack supposed to be lacing them youngsters up with way more knowledge and game. Whack be on that bullshit too, but.
And he our age.
Yeah, Whack, I think I'm older than Whack. I think Whack ain't number 40-something.
It's crazy.
But, he fucking with Big U and them now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, y'all know better. Y'all the OGs of this game. Oh, Big U is for sure.
For sure.
Over there. You know what I'm saying? I know some of my homeboys is cool with Big U.
Yeah.
And he was a real nigga. Time I seen him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, lace them youngsters up with some different game, man. They need to be laced up, and I'm talking about laced up for real, like all that flag shit and stuff like that, man. Put that stuff, that shit is dead, man. Get that bread.
For sure.
You gotta look at the country, man. Look at the world, man. Motherfuckers at war. Motherfuckers don't know what the fuck we got. They trying to put Donald Trump back in office. You got... But that boy, old Joe ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really got nothing lined.
Yeah.
We ain't got nothing good for us right now, man.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. Motherfuckers is focused on all the wrong
They
shit.
focus on all the wrong shit.
And, even the nigga Cat Williams said, when it came to, like you said, Joe Biden.
Oh, Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. Cat Williams talked about his motherfucking ass so bad. But yeah, man, it's just, it's crazy when the older cats can't get it, these younger cats no direction, as far as that shit go, man. Especially we done been through it, man. We done been through the worst of it. Especially coming out of, niggas was outside every day and the shit was, we had to avoid the carjackings, we had to avoid the drive-bys, we had to avoid the police fucking with us, we had to avoid, all that old type of shit. So being that your homeboy maybe shoot you in the motherfucking back, we had to worry about all that motherfucking shit.
Man.
So being that it's like, my nigga, we escaped that. And niggas is, the youngsters is, the older niggas is telling them, or they, they pushing this narrative on the young cats, man. It's like, man, like Love said, man, tell these niggas something different, man.
Tell them something different, man.
We lucky. We lucky, man. We came out of, we came out of straight war zones. War zones.
Lord, no, I'm lucky to be alive, man. I ain't kidding you. I'm lucky to even be free. Shit.
Man,
all the times I was looking at all that time.
Man, I didn't dodge so many motherfucking bullets. You know what I mean? Like literally. And on top of that, not just bullets, like you said, penitentiary time, my nigga. I missed so much shit by the hair of my chin, my nigga. On the real. You know what I mean? I can't. Ooh, thank you. You know
Gotta think about
by the hair of my chin.
That's what I knew it was real.
You know?
I like, man, all them times them niggas and shot up all them times back in the day, them niggas and shot up my cars, and they came to my house and tore my cars up, and man, I'm just thankful too, bro.
Yeah, and you got niggas out here like Soulja Boy playing games. Man, please stop it, man. You know what I mean? Please stop it.
It reminds, like, when I go around now, like, I'm not familiar with a lot of the younger generation, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of them, but I don't deal with them like that, you know what I'm saying? Because now that I'm grown, I'm way on the other side of the world, you know what I'm saying? And I come through when I need to come through. If it's a barbecue or, we have to get together and talk about some real things and stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying? I seen one guy, he's like, man, I'm like, man, only if you knew, boy. Nigga that came through all this bullshit. I was around, you niggas wasn't even around. When I came home from the penitentiary, niggas was around. You know what I'm saying? I was like, who's this? Where he came from? But, it is what it is. If I was around back in them days, they wouldn't even been around. Not my core friends that I was with like every day. Right. Because I didn't allow a bunch of outsiders to come inside the circle.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? They can get around the other cats, but they couldn't get around in my circle, not when I was around, because I used to have no sense. I was one of them hard-head niggas back in the day.
Most definitely.
And my brother, he from the other side of the track. They'll tell you, like all them dudes I know from the other side, they'll tell you, they used to be like, man, Love used to be on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to come try to pick my brother up from the house, and cause my brother was, he was blood. And I was like, nah, ain't nobody pulling up over here picking up shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been pick this nigga up around the corner or something.
Right.
But it wasn't going down. It's a total different time now. Yeah. Now you can wiggle and jiggle, come as you please.
Right, yeah. And, back in the days, man, it was a survival thing.
Yeah, it was survival.
So a nigga's coming out, and the niggas is getting rich, and they young and they rappers and they getting rich, man. It's like
they get money too.
Well, we
fucking their life up.
Yeah, niggas had to, like me myself, I had to go to other states, and going to other states, I was considered to be an off-brand.
Absolutely.
I'm in other niggas' states.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? In other niggas' cities, you know what I mean? In the projects, the whole nine. You know what I mean? Walking around like, like I was born and raised in that motherfucker. And I know niggas was looking at me like, they was looking at me like food. You know what I mean? You feel me? You know what I mean? But those are the things that I had to do in order to, that I felt that I had to do to survive. You know what I mean? So these young cats like Soulja Boy and whoever else, man, they ain't got to go through none of that shit.
That's so funny that you say that, because I remember, like, when I first met you.
Yeah.
Because when I first met you,
yeah,
you was cool as hell with me.
Right.
So, my nigga Mainline.
Yeah, I'm hanging around this nigga, you know what I mean? And niggas like, he ain't from the hood.
Right, so Mainline.
Yeah.
I remember Mainline.
Yeah.
Mainline say, man, you know how Mainline is. Mainline say, shit up. Shit, Luck cool, but shit, you want to put him on so he can hang with us every day?
Right, for
I said, nah, man, Luck my nigga, man. That nigga about his motherfucking money.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that nigga ain't on that bullshit. Man, like, you sure?
Right.
We can put him on. I said, nah, we ain't doing none of that shit, nigga. That nigga about his bread.
For sure. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I had love for man. That was my nigga.
That was the funniest shit.
Yeah, that was my nigga. But once we got to know each other and shit, once niggas get to know me and shit, they understand who I am. And then I'm a real nigga, you know what I mean? Even me and Mainline, the nigga had called me out one day. He was like, nigga, you know what I mean? Let's go outside, you know what I mean? And hell, I said, shit, nigga, fuck it, nigga, let's go outside. You wasn't there though that day. I said, fuck it, nigga, we gonna fight, nigga, let's go, let's make it happen. And he was like, you know what I mean? And not to say my nigga back down or nothing, because he was a real nigga, but he was like, you know what I mean? Nah, look, I'm just fucking with you and shit.
Yeah, I bet he probably just tested.
Yeah, he was trying to see if I looked him in the eye and told him, like, my nigga, you know what I mean? Let's go outside and shit, though, my nigga, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
That's funny. I didn't know this.
Yeah. This was a long time ago. But, you know, he was testing me to see. And I think the day Mainline had respect for me is the day he seen we was at the club. And we remember we was at the club, at the strip club, and them security guards. They started tripping up with
we was at Cheetahs.
Yeah.
I remember that, we was at Cheetahs.
Yeah, and I squared up with one of them and shit though, you know what I mean?
I think they was fucking with me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I remember, and I squared up with one of them, you know what I mean? And me and him was, you know what I mean? We was about to get into it, and I think somebody came and broke it up or whatever happened and shit. And Mainline seen how serious I was, because if a nigga real, you can see it in his eyes.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me?
You can see it in the nigga eyes.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when they get into a confrontation.
I remember that. That's crazy. They thought we was by ourselves, I think.
Right. And there was a bunch of them out there and shit. You know. But yeah, for sure, man. You know, the thing is, man, yeah, man, these young niggas, man, and these young rich niggas that's talking about that gangbanging shit, I don't get it, man. I did all that shit for survival. I don't do none of that shit no more. I don't give a fuck about it. You know what I mean? Because I know how to survive now, and I understand that it was all a plan. You know.
I remember I think we talked about this in one of our things. I used to listen to Too Short all the time, that song, The Ghetto.
Yeah.
And I used to play that shit all the time, man. And then when we finally got out the ghetto, cause J-Dog moved us out in Desert Shores.
Yeah.
You know what Desert Shores at? Y'all stayed up there?
For sure.
Man, when I got up there, it was so peaceful, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when I used to live in the North, I didn't sleep comfortable.
Man, tell me about it.
I didn't sleep. This back in them days, I'm gonna put it that way. Back in the 90s and shit, I never slept comfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
I always had to sleep. I slept with my gun all the time.
Right.
Moms never even know but they know now that we grown, that we was always getting caught with guns and shit. But I always slept with my gun under my pillow. When I moved in with the chick I was messing with, she stayed over in the op turf, so I was like, shit, I slept with the gun under the pillow. Yeah. I never slept comfortable, man, but when we got in that Desert Shores, man, I slept so peaceful.
For sure.
I was like, ain't nobody out here. I used to look out the window, and then, you know, it was only 3 black people in my whole neighborhood,
for sure,
period.
For sure. Right.
And I think the dude across the street from us, he was a mixed breed type nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think, he had white mom and dad or something. But everybody else, so it was probably one real black family, and then it was them, they was mixed breed.
Yeah.
And I was like, they was so square, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh man, this is lovely up here.
Yeah, for sure.
And I slept so good up there, then I used to go back to the North just to visit.
Right.
And then go on back home.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing, you know, when we talking about, you know, these rappers and shit, these niggas living in multi-million-dollar communities. You know what I mean? And they have that.
$1 million home.
You know what I mean? A nigga can say time out all motherfucking day. You know what I mean? Time out.
right.
Go back to the, you know what I mean? Go back to the $1 million shit.
Behind the gates at that.
And on top of that, niggas got bodyguards and some more shit.
And they behind gates.
Yeah, and on top of that, they got niggas. Dude, I remember when you say that, I know the niggas say, the nigga Boosie, he was like, niggas can't, he was talking about the nigga Chief Keef. He said, niggas can't even get at Chief Keef. They can't get behind the gate.
Exactly. Can't get behind the gate.
They can't get behind the gate. So the thing is it's like...
Come on, them gates, your ass is grass.
And like you said, you know, even when I was out of state, you know what I mean, and I was hustling, man, I had to go to the hood to hustle. But then, you know, I was always had me a spot way outside. I would make sure I had me a spot like 30 minutes out. Cause I was always in my rear view mirror on the way to the spot. I'm like to where I was staying at. If I was in St. Louis or Atlanta or whatever the fuck, because I wanted to make sure that, you know, a nigga couldn't follow me. But when I was in the hood, I had my guards up. So the thing is like these rappers really gotta stop playing these little funny games with, you know what I mean, niggas that is really in the trenches every day, man. Because I'm not a nigga in the trenches no more. I know how that shit feel. I know how it feel to have to look over your shoulder all goddamn day.
Absolutely.
From the time you step outside. You feel me? You know what I mean? And these niggas is playing a cold, vicious game. You know what I mean? In the niggas that live in the hood every day, them is the niggas that's funkin'. They the ones who got the real problems. They the niggas that's real, you know what I mean, that's real gangbangers. You know what I mean? Nigga, you just perpetrate. You know what I mean? This ain't no everyday thing for you. This ain't no survival thing. You know what I mean? In the hood, you know, niggas is, you know what I mean, they selling dope, they doing what they gotta do.
To survive.
You know what I mean? To survive. Yeah. Nigga, you playing games with these niggas, man. Yeah. That's what you doing. And a nigga really shit, you know what I mean? And these hood niggas really need to turn on these little funny ass niggas that act like they wanna be hood niggas. You know what I mean? You know.
I mean, unless you an OG, you can lace them up, man. Set them dudes down and be like, look, man, you already in position and you don't have to be down here. You don't have to. I remember when I was trying to do my thing back in the day, I had my homeboy, his name is Maniac.
Right.
Maniac used to because I used to be gone all the time. And he used to be like, cuz you don't have to come to the set all the time.
Right.
He really sat me down and told me that. He said, you don't have to.
Ain't that many niggas that's gonna tell you that either.
He said, you don't have to come to the set all the time, man. Yeah. He said, go get your bread. And if you have any problems, call me. That's what he used to tell me all the time on everything I love. He used to say that all the time, man. And then now I say it to the youngsters. I be like, hey man, go get your money. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because I was trying to rap and all that shit. So he be like, man, get your bread.
Yeah.
And when you come through it, if you have any problems, call me. You know, I never had any problems though, but call me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Same thing with the youngsters. Hey man, y'all go get y'all bread.
Man,
go get it. If you ain't, because everybody ain't no rapper. Everybody ain't no good rapper either.
Right.
Man, go get a job. Or if you feel like you don't want to work for no one, then you got to go and set you up an LLC and figure out what it is that you good at and come to the table and maybe you can talk with me. Shit, we can rap it out, see what you good at, and let's put it together.
Most definitely. And it's something that you that you say your big homie told you that, man. You know, that was a beautiful thing because a lot of niggas ain't gonna tell you that. Niggas want you, you know what I mean? Niggas don't want to see a lot of niggas prevail over that bullshit, you know. They want to see you right there, you know what I mean? And even if a nigga decide he wanted to do something different, they gonna talk about you. You know, my thing is, you know, back in the days, when I started changing my ways in my life, niggas was like, oh, nigga, you changing, you doing different stuff. And they try to make me feel a certain kind of way about me and my changes. Now, you know what I mean? I didn't grow up under the same kind of, bullshit they did. But my thing correct. But my thing is I knew I wanted better. And then once I had children, man, I knew I wanted better for them. Man, I didn't want, you know what I mean, me driving in the hood and next thing you know, my car gets shot up and I got my, you know what I mean, I got my kids in the car. I didn't want, you know what I mean, certain shit like that, you know, or, you know, and those are the things that you got to worry about being in the motherfucking hood, man, if you really involved with some shit or your peoples is involved in some shit. Mm-hmm. So these niggas like Soulja Boy playing games, man, stop that shit, man.
Blueface, get out. I don't know how much time Blueface got. But Blueface, you need to just get out, get back to your money, and start sucker ducking, man. You gotta stay away from suckers like Soulja Boy, because them type of cats try to trick you off the streets. Soulja Boy, you need to make sure you don't trick yourself off the streets, because you might get your life tricked away, get your life snuffed, because you playing games and thinking you're a real one, and you're not even official. You're not even official like a referee's whistle. You might just need to leave that shit alone, man. Just stay at your money. All y'all dudes getting money already. Y'all need to be coming up with a plan to try to build some kind of organization for us too. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Y'all making enough paper?
Man,
But I know y'all ain't
Start
gonna
with,
do that.
start with a grocery store, man.
Something, yeah.
Start with some shit teaching motherfuckers
Grocery
financial
store,
literacy. Do something, man.
Eat correctly, something. I know what's the
Yeah.
name from the Locks. They feeding people. They got I think he got a vegetable bar or something. I forgot what it is. One of them Locks dudes. But yeah, something like that. Grocery store, bank, something. I would love to see like LeBron James, Jay-Z, and all them kind of cats get a black bank to where people like us in the hood that's want to start businesses, and they be the ones giving out the business loans.
Sure, because niggas gonna listen to them because of their status. You know what I mean? So they going that shit would be easy for them, but they don't do it.
All them kind of rappers and man, get a bank or something so we can get business loans from y'all.
Yeah, but shit, the nigga Cat Williams and already told us what's going on with that, but we already know,
Yeah, so, hey man, so that's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I just thought I would sprinkle y'all a little bit with that game, that little knowledge. And, like I said, I ran into this situation on social media with the Blueface and the Soulja Boy, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I see Soulja Boy backpedaling and trying to squash things now, and you should have been doing that from the gate, you know what I'm saying? You should have been a bigger man. I think you older than Blueface, so you should have been the bigger man and say, hey, man, hold on, man. We getting money, man. We ain't got time for all this foolishness, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's come together and let's put something together, and let's put something in the pot of something, and let's get this money, man. We ain't got time for all that. So that's at the end of the day, that's what y'all should be doing. You know what I'm saying? So I got, like I say, the Stack Way or No Way coming to y'all. We finna try to get that together, so y'all can go check that on that DLove Stack channel or whatever, or maybe have some of that stuff up on this channel right here as well. You got anything else jumping off, man?
Yeah, well, like I always say, my Mexican partner in front of me, now the bank fronts me, so you can reach me at all platforms that Luck got fronted. And on top of that, you can reach me at capitalmovements.com, and I'll get you about $100,000 in investment money. Because like Love always say, the game is over, man. Learn something new. Do something new.
Game is dead. That
like a bunch of motherfuckers.
Zoom. That means gone.
And peace out, and we get with you.
For the people in the back, no matter who you thought I was, I'm DLove Stacks, BX.
Yo, Luca, what the